it's Chloe. I'm back with another video this week, and I decided that I'm going to be responding to some comments that everyone has left on some of mine and Danny's videos. So, without further ado, let's get started. So the first comment is from Bob Anon. Hi, Bob Anon. Hello, ladies, and this was left on one of the Tranny Tot Hot Dish videos. Hello, ladies, you're both very beautiful. Chloe, oh my god, you're killing me here. Baby, I would break your bed every night. Wow. I'm a chaser who identifies as straight, not attracted to men or their parts. I know I'm bi. I do find myself extremely turned on to some, but not all, very pretty and sexy passable transsexuals or cross-dressers. Ladies, please understand, as a man who is attracted to females or males who pass as female, and live as a completely straight man to the world, not to take anything away from you and your bravery and dedication, it was very difficult for us as well. You're not the only ones judged harshly by the world. So are the men who love you. For me to date you openly in public as my girlfriend essentially means that I have to come out as gay to the outside world. Not too many guys who identify as straight are going to want to do this no matter how much they want a relationship with you. I am at the point now to where I am comfortable enough with my own sexuality now that I would love to find someone like you to have a serious one-on-one relationship with. However, she would have to be completely passable, and I still would not take her around my family or coworkers. I know this makes me sound like an asshole, so what is a guy like me supposed to do? Well, Bob Anon, there are a couple problems here. To say that you would have to basically come out as gay to the world essentially means that you're calling trans women that you're attracted to men. And first of all, that's offensive. Second of all, that's wrong. And third, if you're attracted to trans women, you're not gay. It's in the title, women. So if you consider yourself straight and you date a trans woman, you are still straight. Obviously, you feel differently. You said you're comfortable enough now with your sexuality to want a one-on-one relationship with a trans woman, yet you wouldn't want to bring her around family or coworkers. Okay. So you're definitely not secure enough in your sexuality to bring her around your family or friends, and isn't that what a relationship is about? Being a part of each other's lives? Which include family and friends and coworkers? So, I think you got a little more work to do, Bob Anon, before you decide that you want a serious relationship with a trans woman or deserve a serious relationship with a trans woman, because right now it still sounds like you just want sex. Or to keep her a secret. Sorry! Next comment. Mr. Gary T. Online. Caitlin said she understands the pressure women are going through with their appearance. Do you agree about what she said? Well, I think that the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing is, first of all, not very... There's a lot of controversy behind Caitlyn Jenner right now. Anyways, I think she probably does or is coming to understand the pressure that women go through with their appearance. It's different for her because she can afford pretty much anything she wants as far as appearance goes. So she has hair extensions, she's had cosmetic surgery done, she's had a lot done. And she is related to / is a part of the Kardashian family, so their beauty standards are obviously way up there as far as like being compared to other women. But I mean, I think as trans women we have more of a pressure put on us, if that makes sense, because we, you know, are coming from a different place. We have a different path to womanhood than most women do, and we strive to be, you know, very feminine, very pretty, and that sometimes takes a little bit of an effort. So I definitely think that she does understand the pressure, but she just has more resources than others do as far as improving her appearance goes. Thank you, Mr. Gary T. Online. That was a very good question. Okay, next question. Elise Camacho. Chloe, I'm also in the health profession. I'm in Florida and I was recently asked to detransition because patients did not want to be treated by me. I was wondering, has this ever happened to you? Well, Elise, I have only been in healthcare for a couple years now, and I've never been asked to detransition, but I've had patients who are uncomfortable with me treating them. With that being said, no one in your institution should ask you to detransition because that is discrimination and that's harassment. So for someone in your wherever you work to ask you to detransition, that is harassment. That's discrimination, and that should be brought up to your human resources department. Or you should look somewhere else for work because that is ridiculous. You should not, your identity does not compromise the care that you'll give. If anything, those patients are just ignorant because your identity doesn't take away your knowledge. Your identity doesn't take away the fact that you are in the healthcare profession and you can provide those services to those people. So I'm extremely sorry that happened to you, and I definitely would look for another job, or if you're still in that job, I would file something with HR. Maybe that's the kind of mindset of the whole institution that you work for, so that sucks. I'm sorry. Sorry, Elise. But thanks for the comment. Next comment. Terrell Meniafi. Sorry if I'm saying these wrong. Hello, Chloe. I think you're beautiful, and that being said, I'm looking for a serious relationship with a transgender woman. Any advice? So, a lot of my videos and a lot of Danny and I's videos are about relationships or about sex or about dating. And you can go to those to see any advice we have for dating a trans woman, but I think what it boils down to is transparency. So, like, don't hide her, be honest with your intentions, treat her like a lady, treat her like you would treat any other woman, don't make it about sex all the time, affirm her identity, make her feel like a woman, because that's what she is at the end of the day. And if you do those things, I'm sure a trans woman would be comfortable being in a serious relationship with you. I hope that answered your question, Terrell. Okay, next question. Carlo Burgess. This might not be long enough topic for a video, but could you talk about how long the period of time was when you were questioning whether you were transgender or not, then deciding that you were? So, Carlo, I think I always knew I was different. I didn't know what word it was or how to identify. For a while I thought I was gay, and I came out at 11, and it just never fit. Around the age of 13 is when I decided, or not decided, when I found out what a trans person was, what the word transgender meant. And I definitely identified at that moment, but I definitely fought those feelings for a very, very long time. So from the age of 13, I knew I was transgender. I could finally identify with that word, but I probably, how long was it? I started transitioning when I was 21. So it took about 8 years for me to decide to begin my transition from the time that I knew I was trans, if that makes sense. I hope that answered your question, Carlo. Next question. I don't know how to pronounce Materva 1974. Do you think there are adequate products for concealing stubble? So I get asked this a lot, and I think the best way to hide stubble or get rid of the appearance of stubble is 1, keeping your skin very well moisturized, 2, using a good razor that shaves very close to your face, 3, priming your face with a pore-filling moisturizer or a thicker primer that's going to even out the texture of your face. 4, you need to buy a foundation that's going to be a little more full coverage. So there's a lot of pan sticks out there. I know e.l.f. just came out with a pan stick. Krylon has a TV paint stick. There are some liquid foundations out there that are a lot more full coverage. I know at the drugstore you can get the True Match is a really good, it's very good coverage for drugstore. Infallible, L'Oreal Infallible is really good. And there's a more expensive, Becca Cosmetics has one, and Dermablend is also really good for covering. As far as concealing the shadow of stubble, this is an old trick. Use an orange pigment of some sort under your foundation to cancel out the blue shadow. So either use like Max Mirage lipstick, or there's some orange cream concealers or salmon colored concealers that counteract the blue of the stubble, the blue shadow that stubble gives you. Other than that, I would just say, you know, apply, reapply. In the beginning when I had a lot of facial hair, I would shave twice a day. I hope that helps. Also powder helps too. So once you are done with that full coverage foundation, powder as well. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, Maturba. Next question. Xmas Halo. Hi, I have curly hair too, and it's taking forever to grow. Will you ever straighten yours? No, I will never straighten my hair. I think that it's a bitch and a half to grow curly hair, but at the same time, I want my hair to be healthy and natural, so I thought it would be worth waiting. My hair was really short and really awkward, an awkward length for a long time, because curly hair appears to grow slower. It grows just as fast as straight hair, but it grows in curls. So when straight hair goes from here to here, like that length, curly hair will go like this. So it looks like twice as short, but it's the same length. So, no, I won't ever straighten my hair. I don't think that's something that I want to do. I like my natural hair. I like the texture of it, and I don't want to ruin the health of my hair by straightening it. I've actually gotten asked that a lot. I think it would be pretty straight, but it's just not something I'm interested in doing. I hope that helps you. Next question. Girls XX. Hi Chloe, I want some advice on how I should transition, or I want some advice of how should I transition at the right time, because it's summer and I'm jealous of seeing girls walking around in heels and dresses and earrings that I like. And I also fear that my mom and dad will not accept me since I live under their roof. So give me some good advice. Hope you read this and reply. Well, girls XX, I think it's all about taking into consideration your situation. So it sounds like you still live with your parents and you're kind of worried about their acceptance. I don't know how old you are or what your financial situation is, but, you know, at the age of 18, just move out of the house, get an apartment. You can always come out to your parents and see how they take it and go from there. Other than that, I mean, it's just about putting your feelers out. Like, do you think your parents will be accepting? And if they're not, then are you able to get out of the house? If you come out, are you going to be safe? Are you in a safe area in the United States, or an accepting area to be able to do that? I live in Minnesota, and Minnesota's a really accepting place. Of course, there will always be people out there who are assholes, but I say come out when you're ready. Come out when you completely know that, transitioning is right for you. Build up your wardrobe a little bit. Buy one thing at a time. Things you see that you like, those heels, those dresses, those earrings. And this is something that I probably should have done, was build up my girl wardrobe a little bit before I started living full-time. So with that being said, come out when you feel ready and when you feel safe to do it. Other than that, good luck, girls, XX. Next question. Jamie Peter Murphy. Any thoughts on working while transitioning or family not accepting MTF? So, I feel like working while transitioning can be tough, especially if you worked at the establishment before you transitioned, so your coworkers know you as both male and female. I've been lucky enough to move right as I transitioned, so every job that I've been to has known me as Chloe, if that makes sense. I think working while transitioning can be really tough, especially in the beginning when you're kind of a little more androgynous, a little less passable, you could say. So all I have to say is, like, for me, what was important was telling my coworkers, like, how I wanted to be addressed or what I wanted to be called, or if they seemed accepting my story. So, like, saying, like, hi, I'm Chloe. If you're comfortable with doing this, like, my pronouns are she and her, I'm trans, and I prefer you address me by she and her, and if you can't, just call me by my name. And then if you're comfortable enough, share your story on transitioning, and if they don't know what trans is, you can inform them that way. And there's always, hopefully an HR department that can deal with anyone who is not accepting. I know it's always not that easy, but and also family not accepting you can be really tough. I have been fortunate enough not to have that happen to me. It's taken some of my family members a little bit to get used to it, but most of my family's on the good side of me right now. So all I have to say is be true to yourself, and if your family doesn't accept you, you have to weigh those options. Is your family more important than being true to yourself? And if so, you'll have to deal with those struggles and internal feelings that way. So, Jamie, I hope that helped. So, Elamar. So, men want to date you? Question mark. Just for sex, or do they want a real relationship? I have not started my transition yet, but I was thinking that I'll live like a nun for a few years, and it's quite scary. Well, Elamar, yes, men want to date me for real relationships. In the beginning, I didn't really know how to navigate the dating scene as a trans woman because I had not lived as a trans woman for very long. So I did deal with a lot of people who only wanted me for sex. And that's okay too. If you want that, if that's part of your goals for dating, if you want to date casually and have, casual sex, then that's cool. I know I did that for a while. I wasn't looking for anything serious. But once I started being more comfortable in myself and started knowing how to identify, chasers or men who just want to have sex with you, it got a lot easier to find, those authentic men that want to have a real relationship with you. With that being said, it did take me quite a while to find a guy who did want me for a monogamous, serious relationship. So as soon as I started transitioning, I started dating people, because I was antsy. I was ready to date. I was ready to, talk to people and see how it felt to be treated like a woman. And I remember feeling the exact same way as soon as I started my transition. Like, there will never be a man to love me for who I am. There will never be a man to love me or want to date me because I'm trans, or excuse me. There will never be, like, Like that was a big fear. Is like I would never find love as a trans woman, and I can tell you that it's not easy, but it will happen. You will find love as long as you know how to, you know, look for it, and once you're comfortable with your identity enough to understand, like, okay, these men only want me for this, and these men actually want to date me. So I'm sure you'll find it. You don't have to live like a nun. I mean, if you want to live like a nun, go you. But I could not live like a nun. I need some men in my life. So I hope that helped you, Elamar. Last and final comment. It's not really a question or anything, but Evelyn Vergara, I love your last name. Sophia Vergara is one of my favorite people in the world. You guys need your own talk show. So Danny and I loved that comment. We have often joked about having our own talk show, and we want to treat Tranny Tot Hot Dish like that. With that being said, we are thinking about changing the name of Tranny Tot Hot Dish, or at least I'm thinking of changing the name of Tranny Tot Hot Dish, just because of the use of the word tranny. I know it's different. I feel a different way about using the word tranny, but a lot of my straight friends or cis friends are starting to like talk about my videos and talk about, you know, the web series, and they're using the word tranny, and I just don't want them to feel like it's okay to use that word, if that makes any sense. So we may be changing the title of that web series in the future. Let me know what you guys think as far as titles. If you could come up with some suggestions, that would be awesome. And I know I look a little different today. I decided to do kind of more of a grungy kind of punk, not like a hyper punk look, but I went pretty heavy on the liner. So I have a pretty decent wing, and I smoked it out a little on my bottom line, and I have kind of like a brownie nude lip that's pretty trendy for fall. It's actually one of the new Vamplify glosses from MAC that Danny gave me in the color Tuned In. It's gorgeous. They applied just like a lipstick, and but they're a lot creamier. They're gorgeous. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. Leave subjects. Leave subjects down below in the comment bar. And I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.